Let's welcome Dr. Anthony Fauci. Dr. Fauci, are you there?
Hello, Jimmy. Yes.
What's that sound in the background?
Wednesdays are for vocal cord cutting.
Oh, my God.
Just another day at the office.
Okay.
Give me that. Hey, give me that handy wipe, will you? Goddamn dog blood. It coagulates. Look at this mess. What is that, in here? Yes. Wait a minute. My wife needs a new purse. Yes, James. How can I help you?
Listen, well, there's a new study from the Lancet Infectious Disease Medical Journal.
That rag was founded in 1823. Fly by night.
Yeah, the study shows that people inoculated against COVID-19 are just as likely to spread the Delta variant of the virus as those who haven't had shots.
Yeah, I don't really have a strong answer for that, of course. The vaccines are 100% safe and super effective.
Well, there's another study out of Israel done through the Tel Aviv University. It suggests that people who were previously infected with the virus benefit significantly from significantly stronger and longer lasting immunity than the immunity provided by vaccination alone.
Yeah, I really don't have a strong answer for that. Just make sure to get your booster shots.
Well, we just had Professor Richard Wolff on the show talking about the resistance to vaccine mandates by workers, and he says that those are the type of workers we need on the left. He says this is about class and not about science. What are your thoughts?
Class smash. Look, I grew up on 83rd Street in Brooklyn, an earnest and frankly handsome young man delivering my father's prescriptions door to door on a blue Schwinn bicycle. Those were the days, Jimmy. And if they didn't take my prescriptions, I punched those motherfuckers on the nose and jammed the medicine down their ungrateful throats. I'm living proof no one is too poor not to be an asshole beholden to the corporations. Capiche?
That wasn't really my question. This is about workers refusing the dictates of their boss.
Yeah, I don't really have a strong answer for that.
So you're just trying to push shit from Big Pharma. That's all you're doing, right? You're just pushing the Big Pharma propaganda?
You got me there.
How are people supposed to trust you when you lied about masks, you lied about natural immunity, about the herd immunity, and funding of gain-of-function research?
I don't really have a real strong answer for that.
Okay. Do you have a strong answer for anything?
Well, look at San Francisco. They just became the first jurisdiction in the world to mandate this emergency use vaccination for children over the age of 5.
And you're proud of that?
What kid won't enjoy being carted at the kiddie pool?
Jeez.
Gives them a sense of purpose.
Children don't need the vaccine or to be carted at a kiddie pool.
Look, who are you going to believe, me or Joe Rogan?
On this, I'm going to go with Joe Rogan.
Okay, you got me there. Okay, then who are you going to trust, me or Alex Jones?
Well, actually, that's a tough one.
These are getting tougher and tougher. People are really finding out I'm a piece of shit, huh?
Yeah, and you funded those dog studies where hundreds of thousands of our tax dollars were spent on cutting Beagle's vocal cords.
Standard procedure.
Yeah, a lot of shit is standard procedure. This drone program is also standard procedure.
Standard procedure.
And after cutting the Beagle's vocal cords, their heads were locked in mesh cages where hundreds of sandflies were freed to feed on them, eating them alive.
Yeah, well, the official narrative is that I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
And Rand Paul doesn't know what he's talking about.
What does Rand Paul have to do with this?
Nothing, but that's my go-to when I'm in a tough spot. Rand Paul doesn't know what he's talking about. He'd saved me more times than I can remember. CNN eats it up with a fucking spoon.
You said the U.S. didn't fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan, but they did.
Well, we don't talk about black sites either, do we? We deny their existence too, don't we? We cover up torture, whether on animals or people.
So you now admit the U.S. did fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan?
Rand Paul does not know what he's talking about.
What?
I don't have a strong answer for that.
Okay. So instead of admitting the cruelty and corruption of our government, you want me to turn on my fellow neighbor, to deny them work or housing or to freedom of movement or to shame and scapegoat them, to deny them autonomy over their own bodies, even when there are alternative treatments to the vaccines available? That's what you want me to do?
Don't take the horse paste, Jimmy. Take the jab.
Again with the horse paste bullshit.
James ate that shit up.
200,000 lives would have been saved from COVID if we had Medicare for all. Why don't you ever mention that?
I don't really have a strong answer for that.
No, you don't? Why?
Why?
Because you're bought by big pharmaceuticals, that's why.
Yeah, it might be.
Why aren't you telling people that everybody's going to eventually get the COVID disease? It's going to circulate forever. Why don't you tell people that?
Because they're fools just like you were. Remember how paranoid we made you, James?
Yeah.
You should have invested in Clorox stock when you had the chance.
No shit. Yeah, now you're not going to tell people that everyone's going to get the disease.
I'm just busting your balls here.
So you're not gonna.
I don't have a real strong.
All right, so we're gonna end this then, I guess, huh?
And Rand Paul doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, Dr. Fauci, thanks and go fuck yourself.
Arrivederci, fuckface.
I want to let you know, on November 6th, we're going to be in Baltimore. November 11th, we're in Tempe, Arizona. November 12th, we're doing Los Angeles and Studio City. November 19th, Los Angeles and Studio City. And then Thanksgiving weekend in Portland, Oregon. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all those tickets.